Congress Committee President, JPK, my dear friends of the various non-government organizations, friends of the media, I once again wish you a very happy new year and will make a few brief remarks before we start the proceedings formally and give every one of you an opportunity to say what they are passionately believe in and are passionately working for. Firstly, I'm not here only as a member of the Congress Party. I'm here as a concerned Indian citizen, concerned about a large number of wrongs and wrongdoings in the country. I'm very, very curious to know from people who are working on the ground with the people what these problems are and what are the possible solutions. I try to read as much as I can. I listen to as many people as I can. I do not easily form an opinion because I'm always conscious about my lack of knowledge of the subject. But I try my best before I form an opinion to gather as much knowledge, as much information. So I'm here today as a seeker of information, seeker of knowledge, and those of you who are working on the ground with the people and facing the problems and finding the solutions. Secondly, in the last 4 months, I've gathered some knowledge about Goa and Goa's problems. I do not want to repeat what Captain Viriato and Advocate Carlos Ferreira had already said. Goa, by its people's work and effort over the last 2 centuries, has evolved as a unique place with a unique environment and a unique culture. Hundreds of people have told me that that's uniqueness, that special quality about Goa is under threat. The environment of Goa is under threat. The culture of Goa is under threat. And what you and your forefathers have built in the last 200 years is under threat. It's for you to confirm whether what I've gathered in the last 4 months is correct or not. But if it is correct, if it is true that 200 years of history, 200 years of work to create this unique environment and unique culture and a unique place in India is under threat, you must think and act beyond your particular concerns for the welfare and well-being of all people. Who is threatening the environment and the culture? Who is trying to rewrite our history? Who is damaging the unique Goan identity? It's for you to answer those questions. And once you have found the answers, you must not only think, you must speak, you must write, and you must act so that those threats are defeated. Fortunately, we are still a liberal democracy. This liberal democracy is being eroded at the edges. There are many independent thinkers who have called us no longer a liberal democracy, but simply an electoral democracy that goes through the motions of an election, but eventually installs an authoritarian and majoritarian government that is slowly capturing every institution that holds democracy. Now, whether those who still believe that we are a liberal democracy, or whether those who are concerned that we are becoming more and more illiberal are correct, it's again for you to decide. And once you come to a conclusion, you must, as I said, think, speak, write, and act to quell that slow slide into an illiberal democracy, and then an autocracy, and then a dictatorship. Finally, the power is with the people. Political parties may think that they have the power, but fortunately, a very large number of people do not belong to any political party. They judge each issue on its own merits. They take each decision on its own merits. They vote in an election upon the merits of that election, that constituency, and that candidate. That is how it should be. In a truly liberal democracy, the vast majority of people will not be obedient carders in any political party. I would shudder if such a situation arises in India, that everybody is identified with a political party. The power must reside in the people. The power cannot reside in political parties. Political parties are simply an expression of the people's desire. If a political party represents and expresses the people's desire, it will find support among the people. But if they go against the people's desire and wishes and interest, the people have a right to throw out the political party. That can only happen if power continues to reside in the people. You are the people. You represent people. You represent different sections of the people. And you know how political parties are acting and how the people are reacting. Only last week, nearly 3,000 NGOs were deprived of the lifeline by which the NGOs are carrying on their work. These include names like Oxfam, Amnesty International, and sadly, very sadly, the Missionaries of Charity founded by Mother Teresa. Remember what the German poet said. They came for the Jews. I was not a Jew, therefore I was not concerned. They came for the Protestants. I was not a Protestant. I was not concerned. They came for the Catholics. I was not a Catholic. I was not concerned. And they finally came for me, and there was nobody to be concerned about. Please reflect on what's happening around you. Here is an opportunity for you to speak your mind. Speak freely. Express your concerns. Say what your expectations are. And I promise you, I solemnly promise you, that your concerns, your solutions will find a very, very sympathetic ear in the government that will be formed in Goa after the election. This is not a one-time exercise. We held under Sri Ramakant Talab's leadership manifesto consultations in 4 or 5 places in Goa. I attended the first of them. Nearly 300, 400 people came up with their suggestions, and I promised them then, this is not a pre-election consultation that will end with the elections. Post-election also, we will come back to you and consult you on what we have done in 1 year and what more we should do. I repeat that promise to you. If we are able to form the government, we will come back to you. Every year we will come back to you under the leadership of Captain Regato, Carlos, Pereira and others. We will come back to you and ask you, how have we done the first year? What are your problems? What problems remain? What new problems have arisen? What new solutions can be found? Have our solutions worked? If those solutions have not worked, what are the new solutions? We intend to keep this bridge between you and the party a permanent bridge. I thank you for attending in large numbers. I will be here until at least 3:30, and perhaps even up to 4 if necessary. So each one of you has been allotted some time, I'm told. As long as you recognize that there are others who have been allotted time, and therefore keep within your time, so that everybody can have a say. I will listen to you very, very carefully, without interruption. I will make my own notes. And I hope that at the end of the day, we will be wiser. We will be more informed about what's happening in Goa. And we will be more equipped to deal with the problems that you bring to us, if and when we form the government. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation and turning up in such large numbers. Thank you.
I now call the Goemkarponn Scheduled Tribe Association to come and present to you.
Mr. P. Sitaraman, Mr. P. Sitaraman, former and Finance Minister of India. All the leaders were sitting on the dais.
Yes, Lord.
Mr. Chief Paramji, former Finance Minister of India, all the Congress leaders were sitting on the dais. I have given an opportunity to give my views on the Kazan land. I am proud to say that thousands of years ago, the community called scheduled tribe community created the other land, which has got a uniqueness, and these people had created a land with a scientific manner, and so that they had created the paths which were made by Mr. P.C. Goemkarponn and all the Congress leaders were sitting on the dais. I am given an opportunity to give my views on the Kazan lands of the Goa. Kazan lands were built by the people known as scheduled tribes in thousands of years ago with a scientific manner, so that to protect these Kazan lands, they have built the path made up of the local marshy soil, which is easily available. And in that they have produced sluice gates, which controls the flow of water as and when they require. Scientifically, these other lands are unique in Goa. And I am proud to belong to these original tribes of Goa, the indigenous people who have built such a marvelous ghazal lands, which produces or in which we can produce paddy cultivation, and in the second time, in the same year, we can produce some fish farming also. Now, it consists of just over 10% of the GDP growth of the Goan economy. 16% of the Goan population depends on this activity. Now, these ghazal lands are in danger now. The ghazal land consists of around 18,000 hectares of the land, which is the 5% of the Goan geographical land area. And the produce, out of these 5%, now already 4,000 hectares have been destroyed. And if we don't take any measures to control them, then all the 18,000 hectares land also will be destroyed. Now, this government, present government, is trying to destroy them by bringing the project, by making the hotels. You will be surprised to hear the ghazal lands have been changed into development zone by this present government, which has to be strictly prohibited. And for that, we are fighting our battles by on the ground as well as in the courts. Now, this uniqueness which is there in the ghazal land has to be by any cost that is protected. As these are the unique ghazal lands, I would have not been mistaken if I say that they are the marvels of the world which are found nowhere else other than Goa. So, my humble request to our leaders of the Congress Party, take the steps to repair the paths and maintain them and protect the ghazal lands, which are very, very useful to the Goan people, which contributes around 14.7 lakhs of paddy. And I would request to include in the main manifesto of the Congress Party to stating that the repairs of the path to maintain the ghazal land and to protect them, to include it in the manifesto. Thank you very much.
Now I call the Shikali Youth Farmers Club to make the presentation. Shikali Youth Farmers Club.
Good morning, Mr. Program and members of the meeting. Good morning, my name is present here. It is actually an honor to be presenting before you, sir. Let me say that I do no justice to hundreds of farmers out there, but I will try my best to represent as many as possible and try my best to bring out their perspectives. So, to introduce myself, I am a member of the Shikali Youth Farmers Club. We are a youth group who have started farming. We have no farming background. Yes, the president up there. they go for it. We have financial instability. Through my conversations with the farmers, I have realized, and as a farmer myself, you need financial support to cultivate land. And most of the farmers, if you see the schemes, the rich farmers, yes, they get a hold of it, but the poor farmers do not get any support as such. Family support. When it comes to the youth, I think there's a temper in the Goan mindset that farming is something of low income and it should not be carried forward. But there are youth who are very much interested, which also says lack of educational institutions. We have only 2 educational institutions which teach agriculture. So if we can increase the number of educational institutions in that sector, we can have youth who can take up farming. Unless and until we know there's farming, there's agriculture, unless we know how to do it, we will never take up. Absence of zonal agriculture office. Absence of zonal agriculture office. All the talukas in Goa have the office, but only our Mandurgaon taluka doesn't have one, which leads to a lot of problems for farmers to travel from one place to another to get the subsidies. But luckily, with the help of Consumer Forum in Goa and Chicago Farmers Club, we wrote to the Director of Agriculture and they promised us to set up a zonal agriculture office in our taluka. Demands for consistent and sustainable farming. I use the word consistent because yes, farming can be done, but then it needs to be consistent also. So my first point would be our demand, ban on conversion of agricultural lands.
I now call upon Mr. Utt Goemkara of Goemkara to make his presentation.
Respected guys, teaching Honorable Union Minister, Captain, Advocate College, thank you, Advocate Ramakant and Press Media. I am myself Rajan Bhatti. I am an external award for Goa. My very first education was against the illegal acquisition of land by foreign national of non-Indian origin. A German national by name Mr. Utt had started the Saturday night bazaar on a Komidat land, which was misused by the foreign national. Land in Assam. The Komidat land of Assam is a land that belongs to the Goemkara. Komidat land. Who hold the group of ownership of the land. In fact, the local authority of my village Asata and other government bureaucracy were hand in glove in this activity. I, along with my fellow villagers, succeeded in our efforts in deporting this German man out of the country by the Indian government for his illegalities. Mr. Pratap Singh Rane was that time the Chief Minister of Goa. Post of this incident, I made a deep study in this matter to know more about this issue. In the course of my efforts, I learned about the FEMA Foreign Exchange Management Act of 2007. I filed numerous applications and collected the information and data on how non-Indian origin foreigners were buying lands in Goa without following the strict compliances under the FEMA law. During this time, I across the news about a piece of land at Murchen, Tenwaro that was illegally purchased by the foreign national of non-Indian origin. As a step forward in the direction, I bought this agricultural land in protest against the illegalities. These agitations of mine were known as the Dangar agitation, that's a plow agitation. Our persistent efforts made the matter to reach to the parliament. The government had to direct enforcement department to look into the matter, leading to the confiscation of 45 properties that gave crores of rupees of funds back into the treasury of the central government. I received a national award also, but my signifying that our identity of Goan or Goenka is lying in protecting our Goan land and Komidat land. Secondly, senior citizen welfare. As the various social involvements, I have been an ardent force persistently fighting for the welfare of the senior citizen in Goa. I have been instrumental in putting in place of the phone helpline and is vigorously following the setting up of independent commission for the senior citizen and 2 district-wise police stations. I am also pursuing setting up the counseling cell for the senior citizen, introduce the concept of the taluka-wise halfway homes, providing for the 50% concession to the senior citizen Goa in the bus fare organized